It's about time that I start building in this section of my mountain base. Slowly but surely I've been expanding across the snow, but today we are finally going over the crest and down into this bowl, which is surrounded by many peaks and one overly gigantic build. This just looms over everything. In hindsight, I probably should have built it further away, but if you think I'm moving that, well, don't, because I am not. I was actually planning to do the build that we're going to make today thousands of blocks away in a snowy tundra biome so that I could have a frozen landscape which is going to be perfect for it. Then I thought I basically live in a frozen landscape, for the most part anyway, so I'll save myself the trip and we can add yet another building to the base. Okay, I know this probably looks really strange at the moment. It's just the general shape of the building. We're missing quite a lot, which is why there's several holes just dotted around. We will fill them in at some point, but I kind of wanted to just get the basic outline and general structure of our Arctic research base, which is what we're creating here. I wanted to get that in position before we really start with anything else. This whole thing is actually inspired by Daffy Samlake, a very talented builder who made their own version of what we're creating today, and ever since I saw what they made, I have been itching to try my hand at it. So I am very excited to start construction of this thing at long last. But we should probably make it a little bit more than just a concrete box. I know it's maybe stating the obvious, but the difference in the build after adding in those details is quite something. It's gone from just looking like a box to a fully working, lived-in structure. It was getting pretty cold working on this thing, so I've given myself an outfit change. I really feel like I'm ready to research some Arctic stuff. Yeah. I had a blast designing this thing. Adding in all of the details was a little bit addicting almost. I just kept going around and adding more and more stuff. Most of which is just nonsensical blocks that are trying to look as though they're doing something. But some of them have a little bit more thought put into it, shall we say. Like the entrance sign-in thing here. Got a keypad, beep boop beep, ba-doop, and you're in. Or all of these fans on this section of the build, which is very, very much so inspired by the Global Seed Vault. Or all of the solar panels up here on the roof. I mean, what better use is there of daylight detectors in this game? I don't honestly think I've ever used them for anything else but solar panels. We've got pipes, we've got fans, we've got antennas, all sorts of little doodads dotted around. This is one of my favorites up around here. Just in the side of the building, we've got a very subtly carved in, highlighted with glow lichen number just on the side of the building. 17. It's my favorite number, so I thought why not? Fits pretty well, honestly. But this bridge up here is going to be the main access point and how you actually get inside of it, hence the doors over here. The thing is, I've given myself a task. I've got 2 sticky pistons. I want to make this into a proper door, but 1, I don't really have the room, and 2, I don't know how to do that because redstone. But boy, am I gonna try. Okay, that was the easy bit. Land, you are really in the way right now. Now, I'd love it if I get buttons linked up like that, but I don't know how. So maybe pressure plates would be the way to go? Okay, I thought that would be too easy. Yeah, no, I knew that would happen. Hang on, I think I might need a copper bulb. I think this is how you make a button work like a lever, right? You can still see it there, but I'm okay with it. Oh, never mind. Are you kidding? There we go. All done. Nice and easy. Don't talk to me about it. Oh, this build is looking so good. I almost don't want to build anything next to it. I mean, look at that. It looks perfect. Out here in the snow all by itself. I will build stuff around here eventually, just Not today, so for now we can admire it for the way that it is. With most of the builds in my base, I like to make them have a purpose. Usually it's just a farm underground connected up to the building itself, which, to be fair, is what we're going to do with this one just later on. For right now, I want to focus on making it look like what it's meant to be, which is of course that Arctic research base. Now the exterior is doing a great job of that, but the interior, as you can see, is definitely not. It's slacking a little bit at the moment. I've sectioned off some rooms, so we have I think 5 or 6 in total, and all of them are going to have their own individual purpose in this research facility. Starting nice and simple with the living quarters. It's pretty basic in here, but honestly, what else is needed other than their beds, their wardrobe full of their work uniforms, which are all slightly different from each other for no reason whatsoever other than just because. Definitely not needed. And some pretty pictures on the wall. I think next up we will head to one of the upstairs rooms. This next one is what I'm calling the sample testing room, which as you can see has a lot more sciencey stuff going on compared to the living quarters. You know what would be perfect for in this test tube? Oh god, what's it called? The underwater beacon thingy... Conduit! A conduit, that would be perfect. The thing is, I don't think I have the materials. Yeah, that's sad. I've got the Heart of the Sea, just not enough Nautilus shells. That's alright, I will keep an eye out for wandering traders, because I believe they actually sell them from time to time. But this is a cool little room, don't you think? We got more test tubes here with the coloured glass panes. I think they look pretty good. Not sure what they could be testing, but I'm sure it's something important. Computer over here. I'm terrified of this thing because that is the respawn anchor, so if I touch that, oh, the whole place explodes. So it's nicely covered up, but the particles, oh, they look good. They look real good. So we've pretty much got 3 main rooms remaining. We've got this one over here, which we're going to turn into a quote-unquote greenhouse, despite the severe lack of windows. This is going to be the place where the workers here would grow the crops. This is complete with heat lamps, composting stations, and of course a water supply. Over here, just past sample testing and up the stairs, we are going to have climate control. This is where the workers would control the climate, I guess, or at least monitor it. So we've got a few machines, maybe linked up to a weather station of some sort to keep track of that. Cloud coverage map over here, and just a few more things dotted around, just looking like they're serving a purpose. Then the final room for now is just down the stairs and hang a left, and we have this very long room, which is going to be power supply. So all of the base's power, it originates from here, gets split up, separated off, I don't know what it does, but it all happens in this room. Which is why it's mostly just machines linked up to cables of some kind. That's what those deep slate walls are meant to be. It's a bit chaotic, but I think it works. With all of the redstone devices I can add in, I can make it look as though power is coming from this room. That's for sure. I think I've been building this Arctic base for long enough now, out in these freezing temperatures, that I'm starting to get a little bit ill. I think I'm coming down with a cold. It's definitely not been over a week since I built these rooms, and this is the most normal I've sounded in all of that time. No, not at all. It's just really cold in Minecraft. Now, don't worry about me. I will power through. I'll be okay. But what I'd like to do next is make this place feel even more alive, and we've been doing that by adding in a bunch of stuff that looks as though things are happening. That entice movement, or perhaps suggest it, would be the better way to say that. Now we're going to add actual movement into it by adding in some adorable, where's my jack-o'-lanterns, copper golems. Oh, these guys are very, very cute. It's actually the first time I've used them, believe it or not. But we're going to set up these sort of hopper chains so we can continuously get them moving items around. So this guy is going to pick up... Oh, give him a second. Okay, he's not. He's going to completely ignore that. Come on, pick up your item. There we go. Okay, so he's got his little leather tunic here, sorting the workers' clothes. And he's going to put it in this chest, and it's going to go back through the hopper chain and end up once again over here in this copper chest. So basically we've got him on an endless cycle doing a monotonous job
for no reason whatsoever other than to make him move back and forth. And as if that wasn't cruel and cute enough, do those two things really go hand in hand? Well, they do now, especially in this case. We're going to do it 3 more times in 3 other places. We've now got this guy over here carrying a melon back and forth in the farming room. We've got this guy set up in the power room doing a mighty fine job of moving that redstone block around. And then this guy up here on top of this platform, just kind of to fill in a bit of space, who's, I think, got a target block, right? That's what I gave him. Yeah. Oh, sorry, did I interrupt you? My bad, won't do that again. And whilst this is doing a pretty good job of filling in some of the space, it is just a little bit empty in this area, as well as this room here down the stairs. Kind of like the in-between rooms where they're not really for anything specific, but still should probably have some sort of function. Please don't ask me what all of these machines are meant to be, because I truthfully do not know. But what I do know is they are doing a fantastic job of just covering up all of the stone we have around here, which is quite a lot, so the more of this, the merrier. Actually, this I can tell you what this is. This, or these, are toilets. Fully operational, fully working, 3 downstairs toilets for the workers to use if they so wish. Oh! Sorry. Guess that's why it's red. Ooh, that was awkward. Oh, what are you doing? You silly sausages. I was worried this would happen. Oh, they found a new chest. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to separate them. You guys, really? Come on. Come on now. You're smarter than that, right? Okay, definitely not. This is why we cannot have nice things. You guys just always have to do something to ruin it. And that you guys is just a general relative term for anything that moves in Minecraft. Villagers, animals, copper golems, anything. You're all a bit of a nuisance. But I love you for it. There you go. Have your redstone block back. So the middle rooms are looking a whole lot more finished at this point. There's a lot more going on and just generally looks a lot better. I don't think we should have a problem with these copper columns up here. This one's kind of stuck on his platform. So he shouldn't go in there, right? I hope. But he definitely has a nicer room to do his work in now, so I'm happy for him. And same deal with the downstairs for the most part. A few more bits and bobs dotted around. Our copper golems are now separated in their own individual rooms, so they can't mess around anymore. And we will have something in the center of this room to kind of fill in that space. This room is going to go off to somewhere. Don't worry about it. We'll come to that later. What we've got left to focus on is this room, which is the garage. And what better thing to put inside of the garage of an Arctic research base than an Arctic snow truck? Now, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but vehicles are not really my forte, and it's something I'm trying to improve upon, and I think I get a little bit better each time I make something like this. And besides, it doesn't really matter how it looks, because the best part is you can ride in this thing. It's got a front seat, you can sit here and just about see over the dash. Sorry if there's anything in the way of the front, half of my vision. You're getting squished, I'm afraid. But I would say, with there now being something in the garage, this whole build is looking a lot more finished. And honestly, it kind of is. All that we've got left to do is to make the farm underneath this thing. The question is, what farm would link to an Arctic research base? What's that? Absolutely nothing? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Not only that, but I've got a lot of farms already set up in my world, so I'm kind of limited on choices from the get-go. But I thought since we've got the copper golem set up in this place, I could make a copper aging room. It's something that I've got like thousands and thousands of blocks away in a desert biome. Having something a bit more local would be pretty nice. That way when I'm aging copper down here, I can actually, have chunks loaded, and I don't just have to AFK there for half a real life day in order to get some oxidized copper. Now, I've just found out that there is a much more efficient way to age copper, or at least you can fit more in by, stacking it next to oxidized blocks or something like that. I don't know. The damage is done. Unfortunately, we now have this room, which I guess looks nicer. Maybe not the most efficient, but honestly, that's fine. It's rare that I need to age more than a stack or two of whatever copper block I'm using, so this actually works perfectly. It fits exactly a stack of any copper item. And the best part about it isn't another copper golem here doing some mighty fine work, but it's actually what we're going to put in the center of this room, right here. We just make a little ring around this central hole that we've made and then place some stairs to make a nice little circle, or as close as you're going to get, and then dig straight down. Eventually we are going to plop right into the copper aging room above a copper block. Oh, which is just oxidized in front of my face. That's nice. And if we just pretty up this tube with some deep slate, making it look a little bit more seamless, stick a glass block right here, and we have a pretty easy way to check if our copper is aged or not. That way I can just peek down here without having to go all the way down the staircase and check the room itself. It'll save me the extra 10 seconds each time I need to age stuff. It will be easier to see when there's not, a load of blocks on it. Thankfully, the copper golems, our little helpers around here, are still doing great. Their work is mysterious and important, and they are loving it. And best part, they're staying in their designated rooms now, after barricading them in. But I think they're happy. I'm gonna leave them to it. At some point, we definitely will connect this place up to the rest of the base with a pathway, linking it all together, but for right now, I'm going to leave it because I don't know what I'm going to build and where in this area, and I don't want the pathway getting in the way. So for now, we will leave this place in complete solitude, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It looks pretty good over here on its own. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.